Okay, so I'm not exactly sure why I grouped these together the way I did. I made this Relearn packet last year. I must have had a reason. Doesn't seem to make much sense to me now. But let's go through and answer these questions real quick. As always, do section, actually it's a little different now. You do section A in your Relearn packet, and when you're done, watch the video and see what you did right, what you did wrong, where you may have messed up. Then go on and do section B. When you're done with section B, stop. Don't do section C. Bring that into me tomorrow, and I'll check it out. Or the next day, whenever you get done with it. Okay, so which bracket notation can be equivalent here? This is, I think we did the same exact one before. It's got to be choice D because there's no or equal to's underneath here. As opposed to number 7, notice here it's an or equal to, and here it's not. So I need a bracket on the left, and I need a parenthesis on the right. Bracket on the left, parenthesis on the right is choice B. Number 6, when solving the equation, 4 times 3x squared minus 2 minus 9 is 4 times 3x squared minus 2 plus 7. Emily wrote computations. She wrote 4 times 3x squared minus 2 equals that plus 16 is her first step. Which property justifies this? Well, what she's done is to get 16 out of this, she's added 9 to both sides. And that's how you get 16, and that's how the term on the right-hand side here disappears. So that's the addition property, okay? Now, on your test, there are 2 things that involve properties, or that did involve properties. The first, we asked you to pretty much recognize distributive, associative, and so on and so forth. That's like the previous question. And then we also had this one. And in having this particular diagram, what we want to note here is x times 3 times x. We use the associative property. That allows us to fill in this box on the right. But associative property means that I have to change where the parentheses go. I'm regrouping here. Associating is all about grouping. So this is x times 3 times x. And that's what goes in that upper right-hand box because it's telling you the associative property brings one to the other. Now I'm going to go this way around and fill in the boxes. To go from here to here, notice here the parentheses are around the 3 and the x, and then here they're around the x and the x. So what's happened is the parentheses have regrouped what's going on in there. That is the example of the associative property. Next, I have the 3 and the x, and I still have the 3 and the x. What's happened is the x has gone from the back to the front. That's switching order. When you switch order, that is the commutative property. Over here, we are also switching order. Check it out. The x is staying the same, but it's 3 times x in the parenthesis here, and now here it's x times 3. So this is also an example of the commutative property. Now, you may have to play the video a couple of times to really understand all of the work I did in explaining those, but I can't explain it any different, I don't think. So rewind this section if it doesn't make sense to you yet, okay? So you know what the deal is now. You go do section B. When you're done, you stop. You show me section B done. And that way, we can then get you on section B when I know you're doing section B. Get you onto section C when I know you're doing B properly.